right? Or say they run for that position. No, in our place, at the same time, statements not accommodate and dismiss. Yeah. All right, so exactly that's the point. Okay, David, thank you. So yeah, now part of the conversation. Yeah, all right, David. Okay, loud and clear, very well. Yes, yeah. You know what I asked? It takes some time. The network, for like each I know say always there is a few seconds gap. But anyway, like what will it for say? Basically, today what they can do? Well, they can do an analysis. This analysis purely can try for unpack in real way. What's at the end goal of the first lady? What's it actually want? You want to go for flag bearership? Or you want just putting somebody where it will control? Is it about protecting waiting already don't get? These are all some of the questions we go for try for unravel in this conversation. We go for look into that. And we also go pay attention on the constitutional amendments. Of course, the speaker don't make it clear, say, then don't do more or less like the preliminary, the first stage, Of course, when I see this is one of the topic we still there around, you're not going to stay fresh because if we miss this one, maybe it's not a lifetime again. Imagine, since all we get some from 1991, and now we talk about review and also, who knows if they do this? Perhaps another 35 years, another 40 years, or maybe another 50 years. Maybe you know what they know. Maybe I know what they know. Because one thing we will for know, die ethics. There is only two things that are guaranteed in life: death and taxes. In fact, the psychologists then, in fact, the philosophers and deeply the philosophers then them say there is only one thing that is guaranteed in life, and that is not even tax, it's death. Non-guarantee. Because tax, some people and they evade and not so. People and get how they do they manipulate. Even in that country, there are people and they evade tax. Then get how they manipulate, either legally or illegally. There's a way, there's a way. For death, nobody know that where gets that power there for evade, Nobody know get that power there. That. So what's the time for talk? There is a unique opportunity for Sierra Leoneans for team up, for work together at least once for we life, But we come together once, But we unite on something critical, whether you're on a position or you're on the you're on the government side or this now opportunity for let's sleep now we earn or make the right decision. Okay, we go look at what the Speaker of Parliament Singapore say, but we also go see okay, we go talk a little bit on APC, the Mammoth meeting we ended yesterday. And of course, we see a flyer where people in the try for, make sense of AYV, then put, well, we don't know if actually now enjoy the try for creates unnecessary tension or what is the motive behind this. We go look into that. And on this, after that, we get a sister from, these are the things that we don't get this story there many, many times, but if you always more or less been at the same side, nothing for change. But thank God the social media here today, people in the camp, they can vent out. We always see stuff from Sierra Leone, where we experience, but then they say, basically go to ground truth and can share experience with you. Definitely, as time they progress, we will bring a camp. Well, I didn't hear we park or can explain in details. If you're just joining for the first time, you're more than welcome. I come and talk with a different side, or the YouTube, or the Facebook, or the TikTok, and inside you comfortable for watching. Please consider for this. So my name now Mr. Komon-Tok. But they can't just now for come for them by the issues here. Better one. Can't just now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salon. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political appeal.
Right, so yes, straight to the point. We're not getting nothing for waste. As always, just a gentle reminder. We all don't know, say sharing is caring. Please consider for share. So you know, so if I'm also, even not if I'm self anyway. So first thing first, let me just bring one of the key things we want to just do. Somebody they say control your mic. What did they do with the mic? Let we know something wrong with the mic behind. Do you allow we know if something wrong with the mic behind? We don't want to miss nothing for this. Nothing over miss. We don't want to let nothing you miss. Somebody they say control. I don't know if it's sound in there. We don't get any background music with the play. I don't know if the person maybe yeah, no background music on the play. But anyway, let's go first thing. Now I want to take you first into history, as always, because as always, a good follow we go behind. Now we learn what it don't take place. History is full of wisdom. History is full of lessons. That is why anybody will neglect in past, well, I don't know, but the future will be difficult for you, not the present. The first lady, maybe make, what do they say, these are some of the accusations they make clearly to her. The election of the SLPP women's election. This election will be take place between Awafure and Fatmata Sawane. In preferred candidate at the time, Awafure, where there was a lot of accusation that say he using power, using influence. In fact, they rigged the election in favor of Awafure. And this is not something what we just say. There is evidence so they can talk about this where I can play for now. We don't make, we don't analyze this back then. Fact that the clip or the play are from one of those analyses, and it gets away. So the problem, the reason make I go first in history, we want to join because immediately after we sit down one day, we begin to tell people in our social media say if SLPP internal politics, then they do ballot stuffing, then they technically rig election. There is likelihood that probably they will replicate this at the national election. This is just like a general analysis will be the do. But, sometimes we can overwhelm with so much information. Sometimes we forget. That I make always to try to remind you. I want to remind you, not just let's see how many minutes. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. See this for yourself, and the analysis will go for Kandu, the genealogy, it will probably make sense to you.
With self-vote and then the vote. You understand? Then they can't give the votes. Yeah, they pull up by money. You understand? They go get the money. You don't enter at the toilet. SLPP women's leader election. When they see what the malpractice, what first lady they do, people that they come, you understand? You see? Il a réussi.
Il non pour laisser un brésilien.
Voilà, si.
Il non pour là.
Voilà, si.
Là, dis là. Eh, look at me.
Voilà, si. Look at that.
Il doit pas son side.
Il doit pas. Voilà, si. The malpractice for the player now. SLPP. You don't see the malpractice for the player. Look First lady, what you do? I don't see them. I don't see them. They can't do balance paper. I don't see them. Excuse me. I don't see. You see, ballot stuffing.
And the ballot stuffing,
they do. When they can, they give them money. They pack the money, give them. Then they give the ballot stuffing. I don't see them. When they watch them, let's see the election. I don't see. I don't see. I don't see. I don't see. I don't see the ballot stuffing. I don't see the ballot stuffing. I don't see the ballot stuffing.
All right. Okay. That was the election, the SLPP women's election, and we all know how the election become out. The person where the first lady be wants eventually become, the winner. Take a listen. Take a look on. Okay, so that was how it ended, all right? According to many, like just like what you don't see so, there we are serious allegation of ballot stuffing, rigging election in favor of the candidates, and the story, the rest now history. Now, we also see of recent time the interest of the first lady, where it clear for many observers say you want to go into the flag bearer race. However, no official confirmation not come up from the office for say if they go in for her or for say another going for her. We just they add to the speculation and of course and get a slogan. Now a few days ago, we see this message they come up from her where raise serious concern from people and say, okay, it look like say perhaps something they can happen where maybe they not be expect. Let me just take you into this regard.
I don't want to let my spy, but I want to say thank you to Falaba, thank you to Koinadugu, thank you to Bombali, thank you to Tonkolini, thank you to Potsloko, thank you to Karine, thank you to Kambia, thank you to Kailao, thank you to Bunt, thank you to Moyamba, thank you to Pujo, thank you to Bo, thank you to Kenema, thank you to Kono. To Western area, we want to say thank you. We feel our presence, we hear una, we touch una, we know say you are here, you are alive, you are kicking. Let us say, check now my blue and page 620 is the number. May God bless you all.
Okay, 620 is the number. Basically, people in the ask. So if you don't get more than 620, you don't get 620 of maybe potential delegates there, that don't put you in a comfortable position. But again, the question they come. A lot of people then believe clearly with evidence, with some analysis and from videos where the first lady they say, so in a Gambian, and the constitution of Sierra Leone clearly ban you if you're not born as Salon or they own that power, that position. So you know that, and people are not within the SLPP, they fully know that. But because sometimes you need to test your attack and see. Now, there are a lot of discussion as to why the first lady, more or less, they play this kind game, or maybe they try for just, just get a grip of certain key, aspects of the SLPP. One, there are several. One could be for like able to succeed for person where in one put, just like where we bring come for you the hour for a issue against Fatma Sawane. And he succeed, not so at the end of the day. So this one potentially, probably in order for gets the overwhelming support for let it gets the flag bearership, but at least it go don't do all, just like where it don't confirm, say, people like Paran, people like CSO Mambu, now it gets there. And that's yourself on record, they all don't confirm, say, then they would tell, So in this case now, it try very hard for let it get somebody where they can step in as flag bearer. But the good part of it for that people then they understand, they see it, some of them tricks are all the way they happen. But one of the key things where you go look at, why did they do this? Well, one of the things where me believe it could be one, protection, security, or protect them from probably waiting the wrong amass. Because not only power, like what Professor Mulumumba said, the reason we make African leaders and no one left power, not to because no one left power. It's because what you don't do it and then in office. The things and they don't do so much bad things then, it don't become even difficult for them for left power. Because then take and say, if the deal then left power, they could be tried, they could be arrested, they could be prosecuted, they could seize their wealth, ill-gotten wealth, and so on and so forth. So what did they do? You defend a proxy, you defend a puppet, and most leaders in Africa, they try to do that. Most of them, they try to do that. Defend person where say not got the caliber, or a person where probably we can protect you. A puppet, you simply, for that you just get your way. That could be another strategy where the first lady they employ, where a lot of people in the sea, or at least able to cover whatever them we don't, or whatever then we don't get if they get for left power. But for the idea for say it's probably one successive for go sit down or for go take that race day. Well, a lot of people in downtown they say maybe again and just a part of the trick where is necessary for play. Well, as always, we therefore just do a small genealogy, and as they get more, and so they bring more toner, they make more sense for you. Plus your idea, go join them together. Then you will able to know exactly, fully understand how the politics they go. And in most cases, we all don't say, most of the analysis they come to pass. So you, at the end of the day, open the line, you get a car at you, and then can just make it more lively. Anyway, we don't put sound aside. But now we come to the other side now, where we get for pay attention. The constitutional amendment. Now, this is the Speaker of Parliament, therefore, say.
I was informed by the leadership that everything went well. And I will urge members of this parliament not to allow the public analysis to confuse you. This is the House of Parliament, and we have procedures here. In Parliament, we argue. Both sides argue. At the end of the day, if we do not agree, then we know the procedure. We do not need to fist fight. We do not need to start fighting one another for anything. We know what the procedure is. If we argue and there is no open victory on any side, or if we argue and we do not agree on any particular issue, then the procedure states or dictates that we go into elections. to be able to know the majority view on that particular matter. I urge all of you to remain calm, because I know constitutional matters are very serious matters. Because we have allowed ourselves to be, to be inspired by members of the public or analysts, so-called analysts on issues. So please exercise patience, present your points calmly, and at the end of the day, if we do not agree, I'm repeating this so that we all know, because we are all honorable members of parliament. I don't want a situation where we come to a meeting here or in committee room 1 and I see people start fighting. I do not expect a thing like that from honorable members of parliament. So whatever you are being told at various levels, when you come here, it's for us to behave, in a peaceful way, or as honorable members. It's not always that we have to agree on issues. Sometimes we do not agree at all. But our parliamentary standing orders is clear on some of these issues. This book is very clear on the procedures of parliament, where we agree and where we do not agree. So, but I thank you very much for, a pre-leg that was very, very successful yesterday, because I got the report from the leaders, and I'm pleased with that. Thank you very much, members of the SLPP, and thank you very much, members of the APC. And of course, in matters of this nature, we also encourage the public to advise Parliament on some of these issues. Don't just go to the social media and start writing against one political party or the other. If you have your views on some of these issues, the law dictates that you present your position paper to Parliament. Of course, you cannot come to Parliament to present your position and debate in Parliament, because you were not elected by the people of Sierra Leone. But as a citizen of Sierra Leone, it is your right to present a position paper to Mr. Speaker to be read out to members of Parliament, so that even when they argue, they take into account that position paper. So please, this is an advice to members of the public. This house is an honorable house, and we are going to do things as the...
Okay, so this now, what's in the speaker began for say. We always see this clear. For the constitution, quite some time, thousands of people, millions of Sierra Leoneans, they don't point some of the weakness of the constitution. The 1991 constitution, we demand overall, we demand for at least, we change certain clauses, certain things in. But this one, I can always say again, the trust level between the governments and the people is so low that even if they try to do something good, there is always that gap. There is always that sense of feeling that something is not right. Because particularly this one, it looked like something not clear. For example, the Minister of Justice, they say, they only get to present one thing to the people. The question is yes or no. Now, let's show you how they get for Freeman. They get for Freeman in the sense, we all say we want to change this constitution. Now, we don't do all the necessary thing. The constitution, now, we can go. So, you want to let them change down? Or you know what made them change down? Yes or no? Basically, now, technically, because from what he saw, I don't had what he say, how you get for Komon. So, like, you don't get options. Psychologically, they don't play with your mind. How you for answer the question, because we all say we want change, not so. So if they don't say they don't do all things, though you just need for answer yes or no, I go tell you overwhelming majority go say yes. Why? Because now you don't program the mind, and you don't go deep for explain to them certain thing they inside all what they don't already adjust. For example, where this term limit will extend for President Julius Maada Bio to another 8 months. They're not going to explain them to you clearly. And they also one can tell you about certain things. That, for example, this entrenched clause, they say they're for entrenched PR, the permanent, the PR system for the permanent that we see now we books them. Can they nobody know explain them to you? So these are some very serious issues them where definitely you go. I mean, you go fit for let somebody explain to you the advantage and disadvantage part of it sincerely, not manipulative. There is a conference where they do a couple of months where they invite civil society, other organization, political parties, stakeholders for can debate whether actually we want the first past the post. What we don't use, well, meaning that if we vote, we get control over with parliamentarian, meaning we go visit them, we can go ask them question, and then they can't visit we can even decide for fire them in the next election, technically. But in the PR system, this will not analyze, I will explain to now. The parliamentarian, they all more or less what they say obligation, or what they say obeisance. They pay obeisance to the party because now the party now in the game card, now in the game symbol, common sense. So to care about in constituency, whether they are happy with town or not happy with town, waiting care if the people where they decide, if the people where they decide they're not happy for her, that's it. That's it. You don't need more than that. You don't need more than that. So these are the danger. But because it gets advantage for the current government, they want to push let be part of the books there. Anyway, this is just part of the conversation. This conversation, not only it, as I say, we go continue for bring and come over and over until it clear to all Sierra Union. One thing one can make up again, Lord, just add on about this. Again, we even bring candidates yesterday. People who watch the platform there, the APC get a mammoth. But there's one clip, one short for a few seconds where it go more viral. Take a listen on this.
This no-she government, this tiffy government, then they can do something that were bad. Then they can do some dabaru business. And then they begin from Tradewin and Tiffy election. Tradewin and Tiffy election. And I want, as a signal, let una sing with me. You understand? For that election, for the election and Tiff, Mada be your Tiffy Jan Koliko, Mada be your Tiffy Jan, Mada be your Tiffy Jan Koliko.
All right, among many things, people that just know to buy this. Of course, this is not no more than talk about. Why when I call the people in? What is the main game? What is the main goal? What is the main message? Okay, they say the message that for go sensitize people by waiting mother be the plan for do just like what they do, or they end up for making childish to a point that people then begin, if become comical, and I can always the opposition need for do more for themselves. But actually, there are so many things where therefore don't technically put this government on alert. The issue of like Deckers, a drug kingpin within the country, where there's a day, this not where the opposition for if they're for Marida, then for Teka, then for Popoa, then for Timapo, then for Tokbota. The reason we make the bring and I can always make example now. Reform a small political party in the UK now. Less than, I think, 4 or 5 MPs in. But they give tough time to the government. Tough time. And most of them policies, oh my God, very hard, tough time, they give. And this is not the work of the opposition. You forget tough time to the government. But it doesn't for be happening in this case. We are in issues that would for take so paramount, then play on. Look, the push. The other issues are where like more or less it gets sympathy from the people and the crowd from the population, both home and abroad. All man knows this now facts they talk. They just criticize her, just bring us an opposition. But they seem to be more or less mild or even one for talk about her or say, so sometimes anyway. this is just part of the conversation we do. The last one before we bring out sister, now the program. Now, this flyer, what you see? You see, let's just bring out something for now. I think, okay, very well. Now, if you see now your screen, this is how the media can stoke political tension. And we don't see in many conflicts there, when the media involved, it's more trouble. For example, Rwanda 1990 to 1994, we see how the role of the media incite violence. Up to 1 million people are lost alive. We see Nazi Germany, how the media also spread anti-Semitic hate. We also see in Kenya, which take place. These are all part of very few examples there where the media, can create big problem where perhaps we're not able to solve them. Why they bring candies? We see this one. First, AYV, the biggest, now more or less, yes, a little bit of many players there, but before them players are coincide, majority of the people then they wait for gets AYV because now they most of the big ones and they go. So the trust day, respect day for them. And now so if be as a media platform, your currency not integrity, your currency not trust. If you make sure say, you check information. Yes, in some cases, yes, we all are time you can make mistake. If you are aware about the mistake, you can correct it. It happen. The CNN, the BBC, the Sky, the Al Jazeera, they make mistake. They come back, they retract. It happen, and they only doubt. But in this one, I just want can try for put this one and ask question. What's in the try for really do? First, we see AYV pull this one within our left, within the left two. Then quote Ernest Koroma this and say, when a nation is enjoying peace and good order, no one should become a source of chaos by making deliberate statements intended to provoke the opposition or tarnish the image of the APC party. Such an LP statement can produce negative results. This is why sensible people cannot entrust a country to unwise youth. It is clear a sign of irresponsibility. There are tributes unto Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, former president of Sierra Leone, speaking to all people Congress party members from Nigeria. This now in AYV put. Okay, I think few hours and puts this one. Let's say Koroma office distance former president from fake social media statements. Again, I can't. So waiting AYV the type of. That's not the question. If a big platform like that, one of the trusted sources in the country, then they will pick, then they will verify, then get contact them. Then get contact of then top where they are. They able reach them and just a phone call to a text message or verify. Now we go struggle small, you understand? We go struggle pass out in there. But if they able put that so but anyway, we just allow counter because we thought and fit say we need for do commentary on for let people that know and now we just be mindful. We all at the media, we all get rule. I'll count the example how the media don't definitely can provoke tension. All right, we'll take a short break. We can bring with Sister Berry Camara. We come on a salon. You get a lot of things we can share with you. In name now, Mr. Komon-Tok. You can just know.
And out of your sensation, get ready to groove diamond style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, All Saints Central, where the moment becomes magic.
Of pure sensation, Get ready to groove, dine in style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner dance and platform show.